What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, we jump back into Bee Swarm Simulator, and today we talk the definitive what I think we can expect from the Beesmas update. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, James, why is your map snowy? Ha ha ha! Has Beesmas come early? Kind of, not really. All should be revealed. And very slowly, in 3, in 2, in 1, claim the powerful hive. Look at that, lads. Level 2s and a cheeky level 3. So yeah, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys and girls are doing great. Now, yes, Beesmas, ironically, this is the closest anyone has got to Beesmas so far this year. This is inside the Onetts super secret test world, and basically this world was updated on the 4th of February, so a couple of weeks ago, into the Beesmas theme. But this is not our Beesmas theme. I'll tell you about it. And just before we head over to Mr. Fungus, you can see here that man's out here smashing magical performances. #1 all-time in the world with a grand total of 0. That's pretty impressive, right? Oh, jeez, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way here, lads. Come on, hardcore parkour. Oh, ladybug. Oh, jeez, it's been a hot minute since we've done it like this. Oh, come on. Well, you know what's funny? Actually, just side note, I remember when Bee Swarm first came out, the hardcore parkour was actually quite difficult, including like where the bamboo thing, like behind like the stuff on the wall, like where the amulet is, over there was like a royal jelly on like that parkour section near the bamboo. That was so difficult, I swear down. Come on, yes, and final jump, yes. Mr. Fungus! So yeah, I know. Beesmas is taking a really, really long time this year, and it is very difficult to keep the excitement and the motivation and everything going. I'm sure everyone out there is sort of just a little bit impatient right now, and I get it, I do. But if we can keep the just the good vibes going, support on it, and we can kind of keep the excitement up, that would be really, really good. Can we please try and get 1,200 likes on this episode? I know it's been a little while since we've done anything cool in Bee Swarm, but yeah, if I could see that, that would be amazing. It's very good motivation for me too, and I do appreciate that. So anyway, right, what on earth is going on here, lads? I'll tell you. So as I mentioned earlier, yeah, basically on the 2nd of February, the 4th of February, Onett updated this world into a Beesmas theme. So this is the same world where I showed you guys like all of the sort of cool stuff before it was out, even in the test realm. So this is where we first looked at stickers. This is where Onett was in as well with us, you know, showing us various bits and pieces. This is the same world. And it's basically been completely reset, like, since then. So obviously I have, like, no items. I literally, I went and got 5 bees just so I can actually go in a different zone in this episode. But yeah, you can see over here, we do actually have all of our Beesmas NPCs and various things. However, there's a few differences. This is actually the Beesmas world from previous year's Beesmas. So one of the main differences, obviously, is if you look over here, if you jump over the top, there is no hub world location. And because of that, you know, there is still, like, this is the old map, basically. So what I thought we'd do today is we'd talk about what we can expect from Beesmas, like the changes and stuff that we're going to actually have, what we know so far, and what I'm sort of predicting for what happens. And sometimes I actually get my predictions quite good. So, I don't know, you never know. So change #1, obviously, as I'm sure you could probably tell, is that we are going to have a slightly different map. Now, this actually affects the game in different kinds of ways, and it may seem kind of small, it kind of is, but over the years, especially when it comes to the Beesmas updates, the map has changed to sort of like, you know, place certain areas in certain locations. So we had the parkour balloon sort of section years and years ago, which now is taken up by Dapper Bear's shop. We had the hole in the wall up by the honeybee, which had the festive memory match. So I don't know what's going to happen there now, because now we have the sticker printer. And you've got to remember as well, our meteors have now moved location onto the sprinkler shop roof, because now we have the sticker printer up there. So there's various parts of the map where certain things can no longer go. So this is obviously not just going to affect, you know, the usual stuff, but we're going to have to talk about present locations as well. And I think some of the locations from previous years are going to be moved to different places to accommodate all of those new map changes. Now, as well as like the changing of the map and stuff, we obviously have to talk about Bee Bear. I'm going to talk to him because I feel like this is from previous year's Beesmas. It says, ho, 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 look who's arrived with the snow. It's me, Bee Bear, magical mascot, and the most wonderful time of the year. A time of joy, a time of gifts, a time of bees. Yes, it's Beesmas. No, it's not, Bee Bear, you're lying. The season where we all celebrate and cherish those most important in our lives. On it, Dev. Ah, what a lad. Right, yeah, so this is definitely last Beesmas. So he's talking here about the Robo Bear. So yeah, we're going to skip through this quickly. We saw this last year, but this is like the second thing I wanted to talk about, which is the actual overall Beesmas theme. So over the years, basically Onett always has like a overriding theme which controls sort of somewhat of where the narrative goes for the event. So you can see here, previous year was the introduction of Robo Bear, and because of that, there was sort of like Robo Bear was built into Bee Bear's questline. So you had to like fix Robo Bear. You can sort of, well, you probably can't see it on a screen, but like Robo Bear is up there right now. He's broken, and if I remember correctly, we had to do some bits and pieces to actually like bring it back to life. So previous Beesmas, of course, we had the introduction of Robo Bear, we had all of the various drives, and then we had Digital Bee as well. So that was kind of like the Beesmasy style package, but this year we already have our main theme in the game. Of course, we're talking here about the sticker update. Now, initially, if you remember, the sticker update was supposed to be part of Beesmas itself, and this I still think is going to be the overlying theme as to what we're going to expect going into the Bee Bear questline. So I think, you know, there's still going to be various stuff with various NPCs, and you've got to remember now as well, every single year, I think for the last couple of years, we've had a brand new NPC, which has now added like another decoration to the tree, and it's added another set of questlines. We're not going to get another NPC this year. I highly doubt. But yeah, we will be getting a lot of stuff to do with stickers, and we'll get the sticker seeker. And it's actually curious because is there like a minimum requirement to getting the sticker seeker? So is a new player going to be able to play Beesmas straight from the beginning? I don't know. I remember it being pretty cheap, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But I think, you know, the whole sticker situation is going to be, you know, pretty much what's going to happen in terms of a storyline. I also think this year, and this is my prediction right now, I think Onett has actually been online a few times. I think he's probably just writing scripts for the NPCs. I think there's going to be a lot of mention of Beesmas being really late this year. I think that's also going to be a thing. I found like over the years, Onett actually writes very funny dialogue for the characters and stuff. You know, there's like sort of little jokes and various things and you know, bits that rhyme and, you know, making little songs and parodying himself also quite a bit in actual dialogue. So I think there's going to be quite a lot of jokes as to Beesmas being really, really late. And speaking of which, it's difficult. Like, this is what normally happens, right? So we get Beesmas, we get it in December, and then we get it for about 60 days, something like that. And then it's like kind of in like a part 1 and a part 2. Now, if I remember correctly, once again, this is going back very much into the old memory banks. But yeah, Beesmas part 1 and part 2, the only reason why that initially existed is because Onett didn't finish it all in time. Which, you know, it kind of works out. Like, I've never ever minded the whole idea of like having Beesmas 1, Beesmas part 2. But of course, Beesmas part 1 had original maybe like 10 quests from Bee Bear, something like that. And then I think there was like an additional 5, which scaled up, which gave you like your slightly better reward. So previous years, of course, we've had, you know, the Cub Buddies, which came in via Beesmas. We had the like the reindeer antlers, which came in as well. I'm gonna die, hit the spider. No, I'm not. Bees! They've abandoned me! How dare you? Bros, what are you doing? But it also got me curious to think, like, look at this, highest snow bear, level 0. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it made me curious, like, what are we going to get as a reward from Bee Bear this year? Like, what is it going to be? Obviously, like, we're going to talk about bee quips in just a second, but are we going to have a brand new Cub Buddy? Because if you look at this here, we already have, like, you know, in the game, we've seen, like, a couple of new ones that he's made. But are we going to get, like, a festive-themed one, which is going to be part of the new Beesmas? Of course, we had the Snow Cup here from 2022, Gingerbread Cup here from 2020. I can't remember what happened in 2021. And then the ones of previous year were the Peppermint Cub and then, like, the Robo, which aren't in this list right now because I'm guessing they haven't been unlocked. But yeah, what are we going to get? What do you think? Is it going to be a new Cub Buddy? Is it going to be a fancy bee quip? I have no idea, actually. But, as I was trying to say then, I don't think there's much point, to be honest, of having like a massive Beesmas Part 1, Part 2. I really think this year, to be honest, because it is February. Let's not beat around the old bush here. It is February. It'll be March soon. I don't think people want to play Beesmas in like the summer, to be honest with you. You know, sometimes Beesmas, I think last year it was like 4 months long, which was kind of crazy. Normally it ends in around April. So if we've got maybe like 2 months to do Beesmas or whatever, maybe just do a part 1. I tell you what you could do. You know, if Onett really wanted to, he could do like a part 1 in Beesmas and then a part 2 in Easter. I've talked about Easter before, but Easter is such like a good time to update a game. Anyway, what I'm saying is I don't think there's no point of having like 3 months of just festive maps for no reason. So I think maybe condense Beesmas down. have a nice quest line, have, you know, some cool rewards from it, have a couple of really difficult quests for like the endgame players, but don't make it a 4-month long thing. Don't make it super grindy. Just make it quick, impactful, just for something for people to enjoy. And then, yeah, we'll see what the next update brings. But I think there's no point in dragging it out for months and months and months and months, especially now that it's just February. And I think other than just basically a Bee Bear quest line, I don't think anything much is particularly going to change. We still, of course, we're going to have all of our decoration areas to do. So this is something that we've done many, many times over. Always really like these. I think they work nicely. Of course, you've got the later editions of, you know, the Samovar, for example, and the one that I'm not looking forward to be honest, is I'm not looking forward to the Robo Bear ornament quest, just because with the blue hive, obviously, last year it wasn't... It was sort of fairly difficult with a blue hive, but it took a long time for me. It was very repetitive. And I know it's a simulator game, but that was just one thing that I didn't particularly enjoy. Some of the other quests, like, you know, collecting the honey tokens and stuff, I don't really mind that these days, especially with a blue hive. It does make life a lot easier. But stuff like the Robo Bear, I'm not particularly looking forward to, but I think we're just going to have to sort of take the rough with the smooth. It's all part of the Beesmas journey. Mother Bear, hello. And of course, the only thing that we've seen so far, which I'll show you guys once again, just in case you missed it, are the new bee quips, which will be part of this Beesmas update. So these currently are not in the main game, but I imagine that these are going to be obtained from the various usual ways. As you can see, like, none of them are like festive themed. Which is quite strange, seeing as they're going to come out in Beesmas. But obviously, when you're talking about the trading update and stuff, you know, Onett wants more things for you guys to trade, just as well as stickers, you know, bee quips, all that kind of stuff. So these are going to be obtained, I'm sure, in the usual ways. Of course, we do also have the Bee Bear catalog. This is previous year's one, so there'll going to be new things in here. So, you know, maybe things like the kazoo bundle, for example, will be replaced with a few of these other ones. Maybe we'll get them from the quests, who knows. But yeah, more bee quips more bee quips to manage, actually, and less space, so that's going to be fun. And then aside from that, I think it's going to be the usual present popping stuff. So yeah, time and date wise and everything, no one really knows right now. Onett has like a really weird habit of updating things on like very sort of celebration days. So tomorrow is Valentine's Day, actually. So imagine if it comes out tomorrow. It would not surprise me, honestly. But yeah, I don't think it's going to come out this week, but I could be wrong about that. I feel like we're closer than it may seem, and I don't necessarily think it's going to go into the test realm, because all of these things that actually require a Beesmas update, so, you know, the tree, the quest line, the ornaments, the, you know, the decoration areas, these have all been tried and tested so many times. So I don't think it's going to be in the test realm. I think what's going to be happening is we're going to just have, like, everyone's just going to be playing, and then boom, we'll have the little pop-up on the top there that says, servers will reboot in 1 hour for the Beesmas update. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to be a bit of a surprise. Who knows when he's going to do it, but I'm sure it's going to be sometime too soon. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, thanks, and see ya.